A columnist in the New York Times ponders if Italians are turning into a bunch of racists these days. And just wait till you hear what the latest benchmark is for racism. Oh, well, another new low was achieved by the mainstream media recently when a New York Times columnist speculated if Italians are becoming racist. And the reason for this supposed racism? Well, it all comes down to border security, which is to say Italians have had enough with people waltzing into Italy illegally, and the government is finally pulling away that well-worn welcome mat for those who are gaming the system. Even so, columnist Beppe Severghini seems to be an unofficial spokesman for the Rome office of No One Is Illegal. Indeed, there's so much wrong with his column, one doesn't know where to begin the dissection process. For example, he says Italy's illegal migrant problem is not about the numbers, but rather it's about the perception of losing control. No, Beppe, sorry, it's about the numbers and it's about the reality of losing control. And just look at those numbers. Since 2005, 611,000 young men, primarily African migrants, have found their way into Italy illegally, most of whom don't have jobs. And according to Beppe himself, when these illegals finally receive their hearings and are ordered to leave the country, guess what? Most of them don't comply. Beppe has a solution, though, and true to form, it's absurd. You see, Beppe wants the government to issue these illegals temporary job permits as if there are 611,000 jobs begging to be filled in Italy at the moment. Although I'm sure Beppe and his ilk have a tailor-made solution for that problem too, which would be to have the Italian government create jobs for migrants, I guess. Hey, why not? Just put it on the taxpayer tab. Another thing that's problematic is this. If these folks are refugees, why are so many of them young men? Where are the women, the children, the elderly? The photo accompanying the Times article shows 5 men who appear to be in their 30s, so maybe these aren't refugees. Maybe these guys are economic migrants who simply can't be bothered to follow the rules and stand in line for their immigration papers to be processed. And Italy is supposed to reward these guys for this? And as Italy clamps down on this abuse to its immigration system, it is tax-paying, hard-working Italians who are the racists in waiting, according to Beppe? Really? Indeed, the columnist also has harsh words for Giuseppe Conte, the country's new prime minister, stating that the prime minister, quote, must remember this: if his government behaves in a way the world considers inhuman, it's that for which he will be remembered, end quote. Huh? So border security is not only a racist flaw on behalf of Italians, but border security translates into a heaping helping of inhumanity? How do you say, give me a break in Italian? In the meantime, I wonder if Beppe looks upon owners of private property as being heartless meanies too. After all, when I left for work today, I locked the doors of my house on account that I don't want any ne'er-do-wells dropping by uninvited and helping themselves. I'd like to think this was a prudent move from a security perspective, but now I must ponder if keeping my belongings under lock and key makes me a card-carrying racist as well. For the Rebel.media, I'm David the Menzoid Menzies. Hey folks, you may have heard the Rebel has a brand new app. Please download that app and take the Rebel with you wherever you go.